What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of G4 Outdoors. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing and initial review on the Thrunite
Well, here's a little story about two friends that...
TH30 V2.
Well, here's a little story about two friends that came together, and we started up a YouTube just to talk about whatever. We're on a boat catching big bass and smashing them cats. From review videos to just making you laugh. Cause we got guns, we got knives, we got fishing, we got hunting, we got everything you like, so hit that subscribe button. We're in the outdoors, doing things that we love. We're talking guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.
So when I received this in the mail, I was a little underwhelmed, but I'm excited about it. Not really excited, but I'm happy for it. The packaging on this, they didn't go out to extravagant lengths, wasting money on product packaging. It's just a simple cardboard box. So like I say, just a cheap cardboard box, which I'm really happy for that, because first of all, it clogs up my trash can, and second of all, I just don't like trying to cut open packages and get into boxes. First of all, we're going to have our charging cable right here. That will be a Type C connector USB, foam padding, and the light is already attached to the headband. So I'm going to set this aside real quick to dig through the box a little bit more. Okay, we do have a pocket clip. This is great. So not only is this a headlamp, we can take the headlamp out of there, put a pocket clip on there. That way you can put it in your pocket, or you can put it on your cap just like that and wear it around. Destructions are here, and here we have a couple of gaskets, and this will be for the charging port and the lid itself. Set these accessories aside. Again, don't forget this does come with a pocket clip, so you can take this off of the headband, put this on, whatever you want. Pocket clip, headlight. So it's a universal. It can be a headlamp or it can just be a regular flashlight. Haven't pushed any buttons. I'm opening this and seeing it all with you. So let's set the T-Rash aside. Take some rubber bands off of here real quick. Now, I do want to tell a little story before we actually really get into this. I used to coon hunt when I was a kid, and I remember we used to have these gigantic. What are those D cells? I don't know what those big square ones are. About that big, have two big springs on top. Not sure what size those are, but those were big batteries. You had to wear a like a construction hat, a safety hat, in order to put this big old bulb on. And I don't remember the lumens back then, but it was a heavy, obnoxious setup to go out running those. And how times have changed. Now we've just got one single 18650 battery, 3100 milliamp hours in this flashlight. Just a small battery, no bigger than, I don't know what it's no bigger than. It's a small battery. There you go. It does come with a Thrunite tagged battery. Not sure who it's made through, but again, it is 3100 milliamp hour. IMR 18650 at 3.6 volts. So just your standard 18650 battery. Anybody that vapes, you know that that's the batteries that those take. Let me make sure there's no guards on here to keep this from turning on during shipping. Now, I will tell you, I am a fan of flashlights. I carry flashlights all the time, everywhere, every day, all the time, 24/7. Flashlights come in so handy. And if, let's see, this flashlight right here is an Olight S2R Baton 2. Max output on this is 1200 lumens. Max output on this is 3200 lumens. I think there might be 3220 lumens, but it's somewhere around 3200 lumens, which is a ridiculous amount of light. And that's why I wanted to bring up the story about coon hunting back when I was younger and having to have these big batteries, this big light, super bulky setup. This thing right here is super light. You're going to be able to put this on your head just fine. All the stretchy material on here is just like any other stretchy material. In about 2 years, you will probably lose your stretchiness in this, and you'll have to go out and get a new something, I don't know. Duct tape and zip ties always comes in handy. Let's get that situated so that it's centered and go right on your cap. I do need to stretch the top out. Maybe, no I don't. I just need to put it on. So anyway, it's on your head, and this does not have a swivel headlight on it. What it's actually doing is spinning inside of the mount itself, which is rubber. So this flashlight is held on here with the rubber. Yeah, I can agree with the rubber. It's probably going to last longer than a clickable plastic mount. But what usually happens with flashlights, accessory flashlights, for me, they wind up staying in the boat, weathered, hot, cold, excessive heat and whatnot. So in the long run, I don't think this is the best mount for it, but it's going to be perfect for at least 2 years. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it's not the best long-term situation for it. But it's definitely, all of this is going to last you a good 2 years. Very well constructed metal frame. And when it comes to the very well constructed, as I was unscrewing this and screwing it back on, the threads on here are very nice and smooth. Aluminum tail cap and water resistant. I will look up those numbers here shortly. If not, I'll throw them up back here and you can read all the numbers. Okay, so I'm going to go over some numbers here real quick. I'm going to throw it up here on the wall behind me. Hopefully it comes in okay. Otherwise, I'm going to read off the numbers and specs on this flashlight. I am a light nerd, but I'm not really nerdy into the specifications. If it's bright, it's bright. If it's not, it's not. If it runs long, it does. Light bulb types, I'm not really into that stuff. But anyways, on the 32, actually it is 3220, so on the 3220 lumens, this is going to last you 2 minutes. After that 2 minutes, it's going to drop down to 853 lumens for another 110 minutes. Now that is going to be super bright. There's no use for 3200 lumens in any of my practical applications, because when we're in a boat, if we turn 3200 on to tie a new knot on a hook, it's going to be entirely too much light. You're going to flood out the area. You're going to bring too many bugs in. It's just not a practical application for boats. But if you're out walking trails and you want to see a long distance, it's great for that. But keep in mind that the minimum run time, or the maximum run time, is going to be 2 minutes on 3200 lumens, which is still good numbers. Now we're going to get down into the Olight Baton 2 compared to this, because the high mode on this is the turbo mode on the Olight, which is going to be 1256 lumens for a max runtime of 4.5 minutes. I think this one is 3 minutes. After the 4.5 minutes of 1200 lumens, it's going to drop down to 867 lumens for a max runtime of 111 minutes after that. On medium, we're going to run 345 lumens for 5 hours. 5 hours for 345 lumens. That's a long time. We can fish all night long with just this on a medium setting. That's a pretty good battery life for that. On the medium to low setting, it's going to be 131 lumens for 13 hours. Now that is literally camping all night long with this on your head at 131 lumens, which is a perfect lumen amount. On this one here, I run from low when I'm wanting, like, getting ready to go to bed, don't want to wake the wife up, walking around the bedroom. I do keep this one on low, and that will be the Firefly setting, and that lasts for a ridiculous amount of time. The Firefly setting on this is the Firefly setting on this is 0.3 lumens, and that's going to last you 29 days. 29, that's a month on Firefly setting. And let's see if I can turn it on. Okay, Firefly is on, very not visible. But when you're in the dark and you're just wanting to roam around the house, let's say you're up in your deer stand and you don't really want to put off too much light, the Firefly mode is perfect for that. If we're in the boat, we're going to be using most of the time probably the low, which is going to be 30 lumens for 50 hours. The run times on these things are just ridiculous. And let's go back to my coon hunting days when we had that gigantic battery, the gigantic light. You had to carry extra of those big batteries just to get you over an hour. So technology and everything has come a long way. Okay, now like I say, I'm not a big nerd on the numbers on the LEDs in these things, but I'm going to read this off of the webpage. This is a CREE, I believe they call that a CREE, XHP70.2, anti-reflective coated ultra clear toughened glass lens with an orange pill. So that would be the reflector on the inside. It has a little bit of an orange pill on it. The working voltage is going to be from 2.75 all the way to 4.2 volts. Now let's talk about that for a second, because when you charge your battery all the way up, you're going to be pushing about 4.2 volts. When you run a battery dead, you're going to be running about 3.2 volts. So this can actually run further than actually what your 18650 batteries are designed to go below. So I'm not recommending running these out of batteries. Hopefully these have a shut off or a warning, but once this runs down and starts to dim out on you, I would recommend changing batteries or charging this. The material is an AL601 or 6061 T6. I believe that is the aluminum on here. The surface finish is premium type 3 hard anodized. Let's see, is the 6061 T6, is that yeah, it is an aluminum. So this is an aluminum housing, so it's not very heavy at all. As a matter of fact, let me just get this out of the headband, and yeah, we're working about the same. We're actually working about the same size, the same circumference. Light output, you're going to be double the light put, 12 to 3. You're going to be over double the light output on the Thrunite than you are with a Baton 2 from Olight. And I love this flashlight. I haven't got to use this yet. Everything you see right here is me taking it out of the box. So the weight on this, battery included, is 70 grams. I don't know what this one here is, but they are so close in comparison. Okay, so if you have an Olight Baton S2, SR2 Baton, it's going to be the same function as this. You push and hold, and hopefully it comes on. I see it on the lens there. You push and hold this for a couple seconds and the Firefly mode will come on. Turn that off. If you want to go straight into turbo, double. So we're looking at turbo mode right here. And Andy, would you mind turning that light off real quick and we'll see how this works out? Okay, so here we are with 3200 lumens. I'm not even going to bother shining that in my light because it's ridiculous, but woo! Comparatively, can you shine that one right here? And then I will shine the 1200 right here. So I don't know if there's a physical difference here on the wall between the 3200 and 1200, but I will give you some, this is a, what kind of light is it? Come on. It's a neutral light. And you're seeing for yourself how wide the throw is on it. And what I'm really going to be, okay, I've had enough. Okay, so I'm not really sure about the throw on it or the distance. I'm going to test that out tonight, and I'm going to bring that into this video. First impressions of the Thrunite TH30 V2. I'm impressed with it so far, numbers-wise. Build quality, so far, I'm impressed with it. Should I say impressed, or it's what it should be? I'm not seeing any real differences between the build quality in either one of these. As a matter of fact, if you have another flashlight that takes an 18650 battery, you can run it on your headlamp as well. There's a good thing for that. But this has the end output and this has the side output. So, you know, that's another thing that I want to go to on the side mounted light. When I'm using my Thrunite, or when I'm using my Olight Baton, you know, I got to carry it like this. And I'm not really a fan of carrying my light like this with the button being on the side. I like a tail tap light, and I like to carry my flashlights like this. But this does have the pocket clip on it, so I can turn it on and put it on my, preferably up top, put it up there on my cap like that. And with this one here, it comes included with a pocket clip. So does it have a spot for it? Yep, right There. So it does have a pocket clip included with it. So you can take this pocket clip, get that pointed in the right direction. I guess that would be right there. And we can put that up on our head there if you wanted to. It's a little bit side heavy. That's where I'm going to go with my baton so that I can have this sticking out the front. Proper weight, but it is available to be done like this. So if you don't mind it, it's there. But other than that, it is a handy light to have because you don't actually have to point where you're wanting to be looking. You can just hold your light. I'm not really sure if this is going to be a good weapon light or not. I'm going to say no. Just kind of cumbersome. There's nothing. No, I'm not seeing this being a good tactical light or anything like that. Your end lights is going to be better for that situation. But this is a headlight lamp meant for outdoors, meant to go on your head. That's why it comes with your head strap. Again, like I say, everything in here is quality. Thrunite is known for their quality. The headband, I don't see any way that you can really improve on headbands, but this stretchy material, as you know, if you've had anything that has this stretchy material, the elastic in it just wears out over time. And the rubber right here, I'm not really sure of the exact make of the rubber. There's no stamping on it, so I'm not going to be able to tell you actually how long this is going to last. But it is a very firm and very durable rubber, so nothing to talk about there. Speaking of, that's not going to unclip from your pocket, as this one very easily does. So it definitely has a good pocket clip. I might even carry this around. No, I won't. As far as pocket clips goes, that's just going to stick out of my pocket a little too far comparatively to the Olight SR Baton 2. So the pocket clip is just maybe. Urgh! You got another spot up here. Okay, so as you can see, we're running the exact dimensions on here. And the tail light is going to be stuck down in your pocket. So there's not going to be any accidental turn-ons. Matter of fact, this just might. This just might. This just might become my EDC light for a while to find out if I like it or not. As I'm looking here, there is a blue light on the tail cap here where you turn it on and off. Does that change colors? So I'm going to have to look through the instruction manual, but there is a light in this tail cap to probably tell you if the battery's charged or not. Same as Olight SR Baton 2, there is a light that comes on here on the switch. It's green right now. That will run through colors. And I'm assuming that this will do the same thing. Stand by. Okay, interesting. Indicator, power capacity. Flashing red, you're going to be running 2.6 to 2.9 volts. Like I told you earlier, these batteries can run down to a working condition of 3.1, 3.2 volts. So this will start flashing red. The tail cap right here will start flashing red. And that's where you should turn your flashlight off and charge it. 11 to 20%, it's just going to be a solid red. And as you can see right now, it's blue, which indicates that this is running 3.2 to 4.2 volts. Now there again, like I told you earlier, the 18650 batteries, they like to be ran all the way down to 3.2 and nothing below that. So my recommendation, if this light is not blue, charge it or replace your battery. Okay, so it's pretty dark out here, and what you see on my hand right there, that's all the light there is out here. And this will be the Firefly mode. So as you can see, we cannot see the ground. And I don't remember the lumen on that, it might be 0.5. But it's just enough to walk around like inside your house or something where you don't want a lot of light. We'll move this up to the next setting. Now we can see a pretty good shadow from the camera. And you can't tell, but I am at a football field, and then I am standing directly under the field goal post. So there is a 100-yard field goal post down there somewhere. So this is the second setting, and we're not able to see that football post down there, the goal post. We'll turn it up one more setting, and we are reaching out there pretty far. By my naked eye, I can see that field goal post down there. But as you can see, there is a pretty wide throw on this. And just to give you a quick comparison, if you can see out here in the middle, that is my O light, and it's got a very, I'm going to turn it all the way up on turbo so you can see it better, but it's got a very narrow beam, better for spotlighting, to where this headlamp right here, the Thrunite, has a wide throw. So this is going to be really good for walking around. Not so much spotlighting, but really good for walking around. Let's turn this up one more notch. I think I went too high. 1, 2. Okay, this is the second one, and I think this is the one I was just talking on. Still no goal post down there. Turn it up one more. And by the naked eye, I mean, I can see that goal post clear as... Can you see it down there? It's down there. Let me hide my head and see if that will show up with the O light. It barely is. It's not a comparison video, it's just comparing the beam distance and throws or whatnot. So this is all the way up on high. It's not turbo, just high. So I'm going to turn it off, double click it, and we'll get a high beam. Did I do it wrong? Let me try it one more time. Okay, that has to be high. Just can't make that field goal post out much at all. But that is 100 yards down there. Now I'm going to go down 100 yards and run through the settings and look back at this camera. So I started out at 100, moved up to 50, and I went through all of the levels of brightness on here, and I hope that that shows up on camera. This is a lot better for woods walking than the O light for sure. This has a really deep flood, or really wide flood on it. O light is really good for spotlighting things and being a little more pinpoint on your accuracy of what you're aiming at, but this Thrunite has one heck of a flood on it. And like I say, that's just perfect for walking outdoors. Keeps you from tripping up a lot more because of the area of light that you're throwing out. So, nighttime test, I'm happy with it. I would definitely purchase. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I will be talking during that or over it. We'll see what happens tonight. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thrunite, thank you so much for sending this flashlight out for us to enjoy, review, and unbox for you. Everybody, so far, $80 out of the box. I would buy it. I would definitely buy this. Not sure about the side light yet being for an EDC, but I will change it. I will put this on my desk. I will start carrying this for the next couple of weeks. If you want to see a long-term review on this, please hit that subscribe button. Let me know that you want me to do this, and I will come back later and give you my update on this, because I use flashlights all the time. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. I will see you in the next one. I'm out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Andy here, G4 Outdoors. If you liked this video, and I know you did, make sure you hit the subscribe button up here. Check out one of these videos right here off to the side. You're gonna have a fun time watching these videos, I promise. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys later.